Now I'm going to show you what I consider the best way to apply edge tape. Pre-glued iron-on edge tape, to be exact. Check it out. Now pre-glued iron-on edge tape is a really easy and convenient way to cover up these cut edges, making them appear the same as the surface of the board that you're applying it to. And all you need is an iron and a file. I generally tend to use this oak veneered MDF when I'm making furniture, but if you can get the edge tape just right on here, it can look absolutely amazing. And what I've done with this piece is I've actually doubled it up, so it gives it a much thicker real oak look. Now there are many uses to it, but this white melamine board is mostly used for shelving and cabinet making. And it's also really common in kitchen units. The most important thing before you apply the edge tape is that the edge you're applying it to is clean and flat. This means it has a large surface to completely stick to and is not going to look like lumpy porridge. Nobody wants that. And in order to do that, you either need to rely on the edge that's been cut from the factory, run it through a table saw, or set up a straight edge and use a skill saw, a jigsaw, or even a router. But if you're insistent on using a panel saw, then good luck with that. I mean, one of the biggest issues, particularly with this melamine board here, it's chipboard, and using a panel saw through this, you will get a lot of breakout. So here I've got some white edge tape, which I'm going to use on the whiteboard, and here I've got some oak veneered edge tape, which I'm going to use for this. As I've said already, this is actually two pieces of 19mm oak veneered MDF screwed together to give me this lovely thick edge. You'll notice that the edge tape for this is quite wide compared to the white tape. And ideally, we want the edge tape to be about 3 or 4 millimeters wider than the board that we're putting it on. This will allow for a little bit of movement once you've got the iron on it, because it can move very slightly if you're not careful, but it's also to ensure that you're not having to take too much excess away. You can see the dried glue on the tape, which warms up and becomes tacky and ready to stick in seconds. So we'll start with the melamine board, and ideally, if you can, you want to clamp this to a bench so that the surface you're taping is facing up. If not, if it's on its side, you just have to make sure it's held in position well though, because you don't want it slipping, particularly if you're using an iron, which is set right now to a high heat. We want to grab the tape and measure a little bit over. You certainly don't want to go tight with this. And then what we do is place it on top, make sure you've got equal amount hanging over each side, and it's right central to that edge, so you've got the same amount hanging off each side. And with that in position, we'll just pop the iron down onto there. It really does only take a few seconds to stick. And as we run it along, just making sure that that tape remains in the right position. So from here, I'm just going to have a look underneath, because you can start to see the glue bubble, but just a pass or two along here will actually be enough. It's just going to go a couple more times. You don't need to apply too much pressure. If you apply too much pressure, it's more likely that the tape is going to move. So once you're happy, I'll just grab myself a smooth piece of plywood here, and I'm literally just going to push down so it just gives it the best chance of sticking. Just run that along a few times. Make sure it is smooth though, or put a piece of fabric over it just so you don't ruin that edge. There, that's now stuck. I always like to give it a few minutes just to really dry before I start taking the excess off. What I'm going to do again here though is just clamp it to my bench so it doesn't move about. Now, to be honest, any file will do, but personally I like to use this square edge file. It just helps to shave away the excess edging. The first thing I like to do is just to break the edges here. Now, depending on the type of edge tape that you're using, doing this will give you a really good finish, and already that's completely flush with that edge. And to get started with this top edge, the key to this is to keep the file at a really shallow angle like so. This surface of the board, this melamine, is paper thin, so if you go too much flat you are going to scratch the surface and take away that surface while you're trying to get rid of this tape here. So the angle for this is really, really important, and just very carefully I like to just start off like so. You don't want to apply a lot of pressure, and you will find initially that there's this little kind of flappy bit that's left on there. So as you can see, I've left it like that on purpose, just while I get rid of most of the tape here. I wouldn't normally do it like this, but I just want to demonstrate. So you can see that there's still a bit on there, and that's really mostly the glue and a very thin edge tape. So we just need to do that again. Really light, really shallow angle. Be really mindful of the surface. And there's just a couple of bits there. And there we go. What we want to do with that is grab a piece of paper. I've got a bit of 120 here, and literally just take that at 45 degrees along that edge, and look at that. That is perfect. Nice and smooth. Lovely. Now, even with cutting this on the table saw, which is what I did, you will still get some breakout. So if I was using this as a shelf, this is going to be the bottom, because there is a little bit of breakout here, which you will see once I've trimmed this edge tape. And you can see here how I would generally do it all in one go. It really does help if you've got a nice sharp file. So that is really smooth, but you will notice that this edge is not as good as the other edge. I'll just take a bit of paper to those corners and that's done. So next we'll do the oak veneered MDF, and sometimes what I do is seal this edge with a little bit of PVA, but I'm not going to in this case. But if it was a piece of furniture that I was making, I would seal it just to give the tape a really good chance of sticking well. I have already cut my piece to length. I've got it right here. And like I said earlier, it is a bit wider, quite a bit wider than the board itself. I mean, you could start trimming it down that way, but there's really not much point. And it comes off really easily, but ideally I would have it hanging over less. So there we go, gonna level it up, get in the right position and get the iron on it. Just making sure my fingers are out the way, but getting it in the right position at the same time, because it really does move about. So keep checking that it hasn't moved. And I'm just looking again for signs that that glue has melted. Really important for this one on the MDF, because I really need it to stick well. And take my block and push it down. Now this is oak veneer and not an imitation, it's the real thing. So if you get this well, get it done well, it can look really effective. Now working with this oak veneer edge tape, it is a lot more delicate. It can snap really easy and you need to be really careful. I'm going to do it slightly differently. Now usually I would just knock that to get that edge cut, but the thing about the veneer is it won't necessarily give you a very clean cut, and it doesn't really respond in the same way that other edge tape does, and it'll end up giving you a really bad rough edge. So being really careful, what I'm going to do here is just break into it from the side like so. Now this isn't ideal and it's a little bit risky, but it just means that I don't have to come in just yet from that edge. And you will notice that this does respond a little bit differently to that white edge tape. It's more brittle, that's for sure, because it is a thin slither of wood. So I'm going to take it just past the edge there. And I need to come back this way. Let's see if I can do this bit without breaking it. There we go, just take that off with a knife. So as you saw me do that, I just remembered you can buy tools that trim edge tape for you. I have used them. They can be great. They can sometimes not be great. Sometimes I pick them up off the shelf and sometimes I just throw them back again. I like to do it this way. I'm in complete control. And this is the way I've always done it. So that edge looks good. I'm going to do the same thing. 120 paper. Now you've got to agree that that is looking rather nice. We're going to flip that over and do the same on the other side. Now, if your file does clog up a bit, and if you've got a wire brush, just give it a little clean, just like that. Now, what I haven't mentioned already, which is really, really important, can't believe I didn't say it earlier, is that you're only pushing the file in one direction. You're not dragging it back. If you drag it back, you're going to completely ruin the edge tape and likely to pull it off. So only pushing forward, so pushing the tape onto the edge. But you probably noticed that. So now for the edges, now that I've got that edge tape trimmed past the edge, I'm going to line the square up with the edge of the board. Going to make a few passes to break those fibres in that laminate. And there we go. And just take the file and just finish that off. Look at that. And that is how you use iron-on edge tape to give you a real professional looking finish. Now, when you're purchasing this edge tape, particularly this white edge tape, some companies will charge you a fortune for a really small bit. So do ensure that you compare prices. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and found this helpful. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you real soon on the next video.